Hey everybody! Like hands off camera waving.
Me too. Okay. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Wednesday night bead party. I feel like I know. I'm trying so hard to like bring the energy, Danielle. I hope it doesn't seem like I'm like,
I'm
like
right there with you.
okay. I did a live video yesterday with our friend Heather Powers over in South Haven, and I traveled back this morning.
Oh,
Midday. It's less than a 2-hour drive, but like I stayed the night there for a couple of nights, and I'm just like all discombobulated. So too much like
wow.
bead and friend overload. Like my brain is just all like chaotic in a good way.
Mine too.
Yeah, you were saying it's
Chakras.
been a crazy couple of weeks for you too, huh?
Yeah, just getting well. Just trying to stay well. I usually look forward to summer for this reason.
Yeah, less
So,
sickness. Yeah.
definitely.
We just came off of, gosh, what would be, well, I don't know, maybe like leading up to the end of the school year or something, people must be like gathering more. The weather's been nicer here. I don't know how to explain the fact that illness is like swirling around again, but
I couldn't either. It was very surprising. Didn't see that one coming. It didn't
aw.
just get me though. It got everybody except for the youngest. He was probably patient zero.
You just didn't have any symptoms.
Little bugs monster.
Germ
Oh,
carriers. Oh, hi everybody. It's so good to
guys.
see you
Hey, how are
guys
you?
over here on YouTube today on our own channel. Danielle, thanks for hanging out with me tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. I always have fun.
I never ever would have like managed to do a video tonight because I'm starting to feel like my eating patterns are all off, my sleep patterns are off, and I would have been like, next week.
Nobody's
Oh,
fun.
well, it looks like you've got fun things happening on your tray. Do you want
Yeah.
to like
What's
talk
up, my beautiful
about it?
beast?
Highlight it. I'm gonna totally mess this up trying to decide which one to use as usual. Oh, and I'm big. I don't want to be big. There you are. Okay. So close. Ta-da. Oh, and look at your little bead organizer there. That's adorable.
I've been treating myself to some little trays. I'm inspired by what Becky does on her channel. And so I was just kind of getting out beads and making them really, when you see them like this, you're more likely to get ideas, I feel like.
Yes, I love a good Heather has really beautiful. And Deb and Heather both, I think, look for vintage things at like antique stores and stuff. And
Nice.
I was so jealous. I do have like a set of handmade ceramic dishes that I absolutely adore from an artist that was at an event that I helped put on years ago now. But aside from that, it's like I really aspire to like model after some of those folks. I totally know what you're saying. And for everyone that doesn't know, the beads you are looking at are part of the May curated collections. It's actually both collections of the subscriptions. So it's all of the 2-hole beads and all of the seed beads that everybody received. I didn't have the companion bundles put together in time to share those with Danielle, but she's got the full collection otherwise. So super inspiring. And I just like I think a half an hour ago finished listing the items for anyone who wants to buy them individually. So just got that in under the wire this week. Oh
Well,
my
folks,
gosh, Jody designed a necklace with this tonight.
oh, hey, Jody.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, cool.
Hey everybody. Thanks
Coolest
for
video.
like list of people a mile long that are saying hi. Hi.
Hey, guys. Oh, Valerie, Colleen, Linda. Hey, Nancy. Oh, thanks for joining, guys. We're having fun with these beautiful beads. I love this color right here. Look at
In the
this one.
triangle.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And this is the first month I've included that shape for the subscription. So I was super excited to
Oh,
share it with people. I've been using it for years, back when Starman had their trendsetters that worked with their releases of like their new beads, I was involved in that group for a couple of years. So I got to
Mhm.
play with like some of the new colors. Like I would get boxes that were all like wrapped up and said like do not share secret, like all the stuff that because nobody had seen them yet, they hadn't released them. So that was really fun too. But that was
Oh,
like feels like a different lifetime now.
I heard about like the right before I joined the bead world, there was like some folks call it the Swarovski days. If you're allowed to use
I'm
it.
really lucky. I was, I mean, I've always carried Swarovski and used it here and there, but I never like designed with it heavily. Like,
Same.
like if tomorrow there were no 2-hole check beads available anymore, that would be where
Yeah,
I
I'd
would
be
like have a panic attack, to be
yeah, my
honest.
website would just die because that's like half my website.
But like the Swarovski, I know so many good friends who were there. I mean, their business was heavily affected by that for a while because they had to either come up with new samples. Preciosa really has replaced a lot of the like heavily used shapes and
Yeah.
color, similar colors in the crystals. But even then, it was like they still needed to bead new samples if they wanted to continue to sell certain kits and that kind of thing. So it was a bummer. I don't have any warm and fuzzy feelings towards Swarovski, and frankly, I think they're things that they release now that are like their own jewelry are mostly hideous. So
Cheers.
their loss, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes,
We all did far more beautiful things with their beads when we were allowed to use them and name them. So
yeah. It's true.
oh gosh. So but these beads are glass beads. So
Glass beads are my
beautiful.
go-to. They're so fun, and I have a good time with them, so they're
Yeah. So
always the most versatile because you've got a two-hole bead to build something with a little more, like, structure to it. I love that.
yeah, yeah. And these colors were inspired. So our April colors were like very blue, very kind of damp looking. So April showers bring May flowers. This was like a collection that was completely inspired by like a daisy, basically. So greens, whites, yellows, very springy, trying to get us propelled into spring and summer.
They're perfect for that. Definitely the right colors. Yeah, I do love them. I started playing and coming up with I'm not sure exactly where I'm going, but I thought I would start stacking out in a herringbone all the different two-hole beads with little seed beads in between.
Yes.
Something fun
It
to
could be
do.
like a section of a bracelet or like a component in a necklace or earring. I mean, I could see all sorts of possibilities for
Oh,
uses for
yeah.
that.
It could become a component. Yeah, that's a good idea. I almost went into the round. I was thinking,
Ooh.
especially because we've got a round shape here and doing the
Oh.
triangle round. We might have to do that too. I just think
Yeah, I could see something really cool happening with that for sure.
yeah, that is really cool. Maybe I'll start that first because that seems I can see it just coming together already.
Yeah, those cabochons, I've done some things with those that I really love. That's another shape that I don't think I've shared in the collections before. And I
It's a good
know, spoiler alert, you guys will see the triangles again soon. I'm trying to remember if I did any more cabs or not.
Is this a new color? I don't think I've seen that color before.
It is probably on the newer end. It's not brand new. I don't think that Starman's released a new line of colors in a while, like
Wow.
maybe a couple
Yeah.
years. But
Oh,
it's
really?
definitely like the later end of like their newer release stuff.
Gotcha. See, I'm so late to the party for all of these things because
No,
before
no,
I
no. I don't mean to sound like
no,
that at all.
no, it's true. No, but it's true though. I've noticed that like for because when I used to buy beads, I wasn't somebody who understood the sources of them, I just like go from store to store. So I've like played with them before, but like knowing if they're new or not, I wasn't sure.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, even as someone like when I started working in the bead industry, I was like just working in somebody else's shop, and that
Oh, okay.
started back in 2003. So like
Gotcha.
there were Tila's, and then maybe Super Duos came out after that, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember when, but like those were like the 2-hole beads. And then
Those I'm so
once
excited.
Super
Yeah.
Duos hit the shelves, I feel like there was just this like really slow progression of new additions to the 2-hole collections for people. And at some point, once I opened my store, so like 2013 or after, then it was just like it exploded. And like as a store owner, it was hard to like keep the new stuff on the shelves, so to speak, or like like to bring
Yeah.
it into the store fast enough.
Oh, it must have been impossible. Oh my goodness. That was
People
the
definitely
heyday.
had feelings about it. I
I'm
don't know if
so
that's like
thankful.
I'm not trying to sound too snarky, but like there was definitely like some people that were not like super excited about the situation, I guess is the easiest way to put it.
I feel that. So like now that I'm trying to do, well, I mostly just do a little kit here and there, and even that has become so hard that I do feel my little snarky side come out every once in a while. Well, the hard part is when you have something and people want it and you can't get it, or there's something that you get a lot of because you really believe in it, or it's like it's not only is it a great deal, but you also have got all of these ideas, and then everyone's just like meh, meh, meh.
Meh, meh.
That's
Oh
so
man.
many.
I think like I don't even know how to describe to you, Danielle, how much I feel your pain. So to speak. Absolutely get what you're saying.
I figured you would understand.
Yes, for sure. And it's not again not like a complaint, just more of like a
Just
there,
more of a yeah.
if I could predict, people will ask me things like, oh, like what days are like the best days to like have your store open, or like, what's the busiest time of year for you? And I'll just like lean in a little bit and be like, Joe, if I could tell you that, I'd be a very rich woman. There's
Yeah.
no rhyme or reason to it sometimes.
Not anymore. No, I mean, I feel like there used to be, but now not, because for whatever reason things have changed.
Yeah, things seem to generally be unpredictable with retail to an extent that didn't always used to be the case. Well,
Yeah.
I like just that little bit that you've done, Danielle, that's super exciting.
You like that?
It's
I want to
adorable.
see the gold
Yes.
with it. The herringbone one, I'm gonna finish too. You know what I really miss is that peaceful getting to just like play with beads. I miss that.
Yeah.
Lately, there's the peaceful playing with beads, and then every 2 minutes, stop and do this, stop and do that. So,
Yes. Or like if you're playing with beads, there's like a purpose and you have to really justify what you're doing with them by like creating a kit or like a mix or with what we do in the industry, it's like that's the purpose, but it does
exactly.
feel a little overwhelming at times.
I do miss those days when I don't remember how I did it and I don't need to.
I
Aw.
used to, when I started working in the industry, I actually started like within the first couple of years teaching other people's designs and patterns, like my
Oh,
boss or her mother-in-law within the store
well,
that I
that's
worked
awesome.
at. And it was really good practice for like coming to a point where I could design myself. But gosh, there was something so much easier about like just learning somebody else's project and then replicating that within a class to teach people. Those
Yeah,
were the days.
I like making palettes for other people's patterns. That I
Yes.
love to do. And it's easier too, right? It's just you're just getting to be creative and not really worrying about whether or not anything's in stock. You just go.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
yes,
just going with it.
trying to keep track of that nonsense. is
Oh, yeah.
better.
I started a frenzy. Speaking of super duos, I started a frenzy with these super duos that I was using, and that I thought, first of all, I thought nobody else was going to be excited because it was just like this kind of literally kind of almost clearancey item, and they were such a big mix of beads that there was no one identifiable color, and I was just going to go experiment with it. And I posted one thing, and that's all anybody wanted to know is, where did you get those? So I went and ordered a bunch, put them, what I thought was a bunch, put them in my shop. 35 minutes gone. Never had that happen before in my life.
I mean, it makes me happy for you, except that I totally understand the dilemma of that situation. So,
I'm just like questioning my ability to predict things now. I just don't even know.
well, just when you have things like that happen, then like you said, you'll go and like do something and like replicate it to the degree
Mhm.
you think that people will want it, and then it's like, oh, on to the next thing.
Yeah, but then you're like, actually, the next one was not as cool. There's always that first one that
I
people are
almost
just,
just spit my water out.
oh no.
I'm sure it's not that it was not as cool. It was just like that initial like
The
demand
initial thrill.
wore off after the first round.
Yes. It's that the premiere always gets exciting. So I realized, what did I do?
Valerie says that's so cute, Danielle.
Thanks, Valerie. So you get to see it again because I realized that I put one of those triangles upside down.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just the worst. Those darn little. So that's a great point about some of these two-hole beads. Out of that collection, I think there's two that are like they don't matter which direction they go, the lentils and
Yeah.
the tiles, and then the other three, the pyramid or stud bead and the triangle and the cabochon, all are top and bottom have top and bottoms.
Oh, they do. See, but now I have a plan. And so I'm going to go brave with the thread.
Brave the thread.
Well, so I keep my shreds of thread, like my scraps.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
and
they're
like
next to me, stuck into a ball of
experimenting.
yarn. This is my secret here. Okay, so ball of yarn, literally in a thing on my pegboard, and any spare thread that is used up at the end of a project, instead of unthreading my needle, and I'll stick it in that yarn ball.
The
And
yarn
then when
ball.
I want to experiment and play, grab one, and I have a little scrap of thread to
I
use
feel
as
like
you know.
it's a great idea, but I feel like you need a really beautiful, cute pin cushion, like a big one
Yes.
to like just stab all your thread into. I love that idea. That would be a great beater gift for like friends. I like to do just like a tiny bit of embroidery, like with non beads too, and that's like the kind of project that works really well for. Hi,
Yeah, that would be cool.
Rosalinda.
Hey.
You guys
So
are learning all of our secrets tonight.
I know all the like this bead storage and shop owner secrets, but definitely have a plan now for this. So a plan is good. The trick is going to be, can I link them?
I know, that's what I was thinking. I can't wait to see how you plot that part out because that's the part that'll get you with the cute little components when you start somewhere.
I wonder if I should link it first. I wonder if I
Oh,
should.
like do
Yeah,
multiple
I mean, it could work, and it could also just be like one on a chain, like a little bug. So I can make this side really long.
like a
It looks,
little bug.
it looks like a little bug. He does, doesn't he? He's like
It
this
does.
one.
Like yeah, like a cute little guy. Hi, Roberta.
Hey. All right. So I've got this ready. So I'm just going to exit from the actual cabochon. And then the order you want to string them in is actually, I'm going to lay it out. So there's one side and there's the other. So we'll go through this one. And then the lentils don't matter because they're
Yeah.
symmetrical.
You don't have to worry about those, thank goodness.
And then like that. Okay. Oh, that's going to be cute. And I wonder if, yeah, so we could even build out on that too. So
Yeah, because you've got all the extra holes on the outer parts of the 2-hole beads.
oh, this is neat.
It's got such a cute little frilly, like, and floral is probably like, it's very abstract floral, but like, there is a bit of a petal look to it with the yellow in the center and the little flip of the beads on the outside.
Yeah, it's awesome. And this one there, that way. It's a test of my spatial skills. What you do, guys? Oh no. I was discovering that I'm not really as good as that as somebody who knows I have a driver's license would hope.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sure you're just fine.
It's just the whole I'm getting to the point where I like question my skill level in a lot of areas of life. Like, hang on
Oh.
a second. I thought I could fit there.
I was just having this conversation with Heather. We were talking about the fact that like the curbs, like the corner parts in the downtown areas, like it just feels almost impossible to always miss them. But
Yeah.
they keep
You
building them
jump right
out in
over
my
it.
city. They keep getting like wider, so that's my excuse.
I feel like they tend to jump up at us, you know?
Yes.
It's not really our fault if they do
No.
that.
Oh,
So
Barbara says that you should create a spring mix of super duos.
so I did that actually, not for spring, but to simulate this one mix that I found on clearance that I couldn't get anymore. I bought a bunch and I'm going to just kind of make my own that's similar to it, but I'm going to fix one issue with the mix. So the mix was for a bracelet that I had very creatively used some of the mix, but you would literally need a ton of it to get the beads you need out of it because there's like, I think, oh my, I don't even know how many different colors were in it. It was literally like somebody spilled an entire box of beads and needed to figure out what to do with it. That's kind of what me throwing a guess out there. But so I can't even say what colors, but I made a pattern because I'm crazy like that. But if I sold somebody just a little tube from that bag, they may not get all the colors they need to replicate my pattern. So I would need to sell them the big bulk. So I'm thinking, well, how can I solve that problem here? So I decided I picked 4 for the accent. So 4 different accent colors and 2 main that can be flipped. And so I'm going to recreate the mix sort of, but it's going to be even better, new and improved because it can actually replicate the bracelet I made with it, which is
Perfect. Well, I'm over here fussing with something easy. We'll see if anything comes of it. But it made me think to remind everybody that if you run into like with these 2-hole beads, because the things like the cabochons and the triangles are loose, what that means is when you receive them, they haven't gone through the process of being strung already, which means that there's a chance that every once in a while there might be a clogged hole, but it doesn't mean they're unusable usually. There's usually just like a need for a very stiff needle or even a beading awl, AWL, to like just poke the hole out gently. So don't get discouraged if you run into one of these guys that has just a little plugged hole, because you can definitely pop through. I had 2 in a row that I had to kind of press with my needle a little bit more, but they came out just fine.
I have that happen with super duos a lot.
Yeah, it's because they're also a check glass pressed multi-hole bead. I feel like the process is very similar, and those always come in a tube, so they're not getting that extra layer of like quality assurance by getting string through them before you get to them.
Yes, exactly.
And there's
Very
certain
nice.
colors too. I don't know if you've noticed that, Danielle. Visually, some of the colors are harder to see the error of like, oh, clogged hole in.
Yes.
So at times, I am absolutely loving what you are doing with this. Holy cow.
You like it?
It's so cute.
I think I could perfect the thread path now that I know where I'm going. I might even do this part first. You know what I mean? Like kind of,
Like the center.
yeah. So it's not this wasn't the expeditious way to construct it, but now
That's a good way to put it.
I feel like a lot of folks do that, like when you're designing something for the first time,
Oh,
probably
yeah. There
you're
can be
probably
a
gonna
completely different thread path that would make more sense if you knew where you were going with it, right?
Yes, exactly. Or just kind of yeah, because you don't exactly know how it's all going to fit together, so you're just kind of experimenting and I'm torn between using the 15 or the 11-0 for this part. So it's going to look different. But let's see.
So Nancy brought up a great point. So if you were nearly done with your project and the clogged hole wouldn't pop, yes, that would be bad. So the suggestion is that before you stitch them into your project, that if you're like using an open hole, you check the second hole just to be sure. We're not always good about showing that on camera, but generally that's something that's happening or we're thinking about as we work. So excellent question / point.
Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes just taking a pearl reamer to it.
Yep, it's a delicate process so you don't break the glass, but
Yeah.
there's a few different types of tools that would work to usually give you like a
Well,
clearing of that hole.
my go-to method is I'll take the needle, it's chain as
Yes,
far as this, and just
yep. Probably
I'll
saves
do
your
that
nails.
built in. That's only on desperate moments, but you'd be surprised how many moments I get myself in like that.
I know. Like I said, I had 2 in a row that I hadn't checked ahead of time, and I was like, luckily, I'm just doing a little like swatch of a project, so to speak. But it could be horrific if I was way further along in something that was more detailed.
Yeah, that's just so killer, and that's always after I've added thread or something. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, can't even destruct that.
Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love that. So much fun.
It needs something on the outside, so not really even. I'm not sure it's totally noticeable, but what do you think? One of them is using 15s and one's using 11s around the cab.
Oh, I do see that. So the 15s pull it in a little bit. Is it like just snugger or is it too wavy for what you want to do with it? I can't quite tell from the video.
I'm leaning towards the 15s being the better choice.
Yeah, the 11s almost feel like it kind of pushes it out a little too much,
Yeah.
or it's a little too wide or something for the space. But I honestly, like, I really love the beads without anything else added along the, like, second set of holes. Like, just the way that they're sitting is so cute, how you
Oh,
got
yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my next question is should I try to link them?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a you couldn't do it. It's just more of like I don't mind the look of that at all, the way it is.
Yeah, and on the wrist it'll stay flat too.
Right, exactly.
That in that case I would go with the 15s because they're gonna pull it in a little closer and make it tighter.
Yeah.
I'm even stringing the lentils from because they have one color on one side, one color on the other.
Yes. They've got like a metallic oh, like a mirror sort of effect.
These are
So,
cute.
like, the one side you're looking through the glass, the other side, it's like a solid metallic reflective color.
Oh, this is fun.
It's really fun. I love it. And I love it too because if you weren't using the second set of holes, or even if you were, there's a handful of different beads, I bet, that you could like pop into those places. I mean, if people are
Mhm.
working with previous collections and just happen to have some of the cabochons that coordinate, I think there's options.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'll play with a thought I had on potentially linking them without it being a really dramatic, because I think I like the way they float, but just so they wouldn't flip.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even when they flip, it's still okay. They're just kind of like a little bit of a fidget.
Yeah, just some movement.
Yeah.
Linda
Oh,
says those
ooh.
cabochons look like pearls. Yeah, the Pacifica finish is what's on both the cabochons and the triangles, but they're two different like base colors. So like there's
Oh,
a honeydew kind of green underneath the triangles with the Pacifica finish is like a matte metallic gold sort of wash, and so it has this like really beautiful shimmer to it. And then the cabochons are a ginger, I think it's called, which makes total sense. It's a very gingery color.
they're super pretty. I think I would I like the spacing here. I'm gonna skip doing herringbone and have them just be lined up. I think if I was writing a pattern for this, I would do this stringing part first.
And like
Yeah, what do you
work
think?
through the center.
Yeah, because this looks cuter when they're not pulled together, the way they kind of fan out.
Hmm.
I'm seeing lemon. It looks like lemon to me with little leaves.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, how cute. Especially with the colors. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if I
picked
see
out I picked out these colors without realizing that lemons and yellow were like apparently a super big color for spring. So I was
yeah.
unaware when I went to do this.
Or you started the trend and everyone's copying you.
Would love to be able to take credit for that, Danielle.
I'll give you credit. I'll say
Aw,
I got the idea from you. So
thanks. Yeah, I tend to shy away from like I tried to get as bright of a yellow as I could manage, but the cooler yellows I don't tend to use much myself, and so I probably could have like thrown more of that in, but I did try to like bring in some of the zestier colors with that triangle bead and the size 15 that's like it's a real faint color because it's transparent, but I feel like it's got a lot of lime to it.
I love this color. It is the perfect yellow.
Aw,
It's
thank
my
you.
jam yellow. It's not a mustard. That's what's so interesting about it is I can't call it a bright yellow and I can't call it mustard.
Right. I named the size 6 seed beads, the ones are buttered popcorn because that's
Oh, there you go.
kind of the type of color it reminds me of.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that kind of works better.
So good. This is
That's
also helpful for people to see. I'm doing something kind of similar with the sizes of my beads. When you're working a project that has like a center row and then you're like stitching around it and adding additional layers, it works really well to make sure that you include some larger seed beads in those like first passes, like the center ish of the bracelet, because or whatever project you're working on, because then you have more room to like weave in and out of your beads. And it's also helpful to have those seed beads to weave in and out of, because the check glass can be a little sharp on the 2-hole beads at times. And it's good to just be sure that you don't put too much stress on your thread by utilizing the seed beads to like attach things, or to like take some of the stress off of additional passes even. Jody, so to be honest, Jody, when I filled your order and there were 2 sets of the fire polish bundles in the order, I paused and I almost messaged you to ask if you meant to order like 1 fire polish and 1 pressed glass, because it made me a little nervous. Like, did you really want all this fire polish? I mean, of course you did. I want all the fire polish too, but I was just like, I hesitated for a minute, and I'm so relieved to know that that was purposeful.
Yeah, I think knowing Jody, I'd be like, yep.
Well, and like, I try so hard not to like pretend like I can read my customers' minds by like making assumptions like that. It's like, listen, if there's a problem and they made a mistake, then they'll reach out. But like, for me to like reach out to someone else every time, I just like have a wonder or a question. Jody, I was stocking up for hoarding reasons, but I used a lot of. Well, I can't wait to see that necklace. I'm assuming
Yeah,
that a bunch of them are in that.
I would be excited to see that too. I'll look for it. So definitely not perfected, but I'm gonna keep finishing it so I can see it done. And
Oh
then
yeah, I think it's. I mean, like every time you add another like section of the little frilly beads along the outside, I'm like tickled. It's just good.
I am too. I love the way this is looking.
Oh, I'm gonna have to flash this little nonsense on the screen in a minute. You guys will crack up because it's like I'm using so many of the same beads as Danielle in a way, but like it's gonna be very like simplistic and different looking. So I might have to go through and do a little quick video. Like I might even do just a reel on Instagram or something where it's like people can just see a quick rendition of what I'm doing, because it would not take more time than that to show someone how to do this.
I'm loving that now on Instagram you can have 3-minute reels.
I have not played around with that, but that's a great thing to know. You know what? Did you just share a video where you had done a slightly longer one?
I did. It wasn't for myself. It was on Sam's channel, but
Oh, okay.
definitely
That must be what I was remembering. That it's that pearl necklace. That's what I saw with the faceted drops.
those were fun. Oh my goodness.
So cute. I have so many of those drops, and I was like, oh, now I'm gonna have to make one of those.
I dig those. I dig those a lot. Oh my goodness. I used every single drop too.
It looks so good with those pearls and that little like fan shape at the bottom.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Every once in a while I land one.
Oh gosh.
I don't
I think
know.
more than every once in a while, but
I have bloopers though. Oh my goodness, do I have bloopers?
oh, well, yeah, for every like design that comes out right. And I mean, if people are paying attention during our videos that we do together, they
Thank you.
see like how much we like pull thread out and redo something and change a thread path and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah. See, now I'm rolling because I have a plan, but before it was
I know, me too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done more of my center of this bracelet before I like did my embellishments, because I really want to see more of it. But I'm gonna get like one more set of beads on and then I'll show you guys what I've been up to, because it's just like simple, cute, nothing fancy. But it would give somebody a quick way to like use up some of these beads they got.
I keep thinking there's somebody at my door. It's the wind.
Gosh, there has been so much crazy weather over the last, like, week or 2.
Yeah.
We had, I think last week, storms roll through, and thank goodness it didn't hit Jackson with, like, the severe weather, but, I mean, like, there was no major damage, but, like,
Mhm.
half an hour west of us, there was, like, crazy stuff going on, and then, like, all the stuff down south and, like, west of here too. Alright, I'm gonna have to get my other camera on to even, like
Oh, so we can see. Yeah.
yeah.
So this one I'm gonna turn. And I almost have a bracelet done. I can't believe that.
That's so funny.
This was the long way to do it, guys.
Yeah, we'll just know that this is
Just
the
string it
design
into first.
process. There's
That's
always
good.
a easier way.
And then that one in the center, which I don't have the heart to take it apart for just that, but this one with the 11-0.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it apart either. That's your unicorn section or whatever.
I did manage to get 2 size 8 beads in there. How did I do that?
Oh,
I didn't see it before, but I was like,
pliers,
well,
pliers.
well,
That's
I
a job
noticed it
for
was
pliers.
laying. Should I do it?
Pop that bead.
Will it work? Should it work? I might have a loose spot, but I can weave around. Okay. It's not working.
The other trick you can do too, if you're worried about snapping other stuff, is you can stick your needle through just the bead that you want to pop, and then
Oh,
use your pliers against it. It's a little extra safety measure somebody taught me years ago, and then that way you have less of a chance of breaking your thread too.
oh, that's a good point.
But the size 8, it's like those are the ones that start to get a little tough to crack.
Yeah, maybe I won't try it.
Oh no.
Well,
Yes,
I
it's
can.
barely noticeable is what everybody is saying.
Yeah, we're gonna let him live. She's
We're
like,
gonna let him live. That's so
"No." I'm probably gonna redo it anyway. So
think I need to turn my light up here. There we go, so that you guys can see. And I think my phone is like
look at that.
so this color of the 4 millimeter is just like a random one I had within reach, and it's like a dark bronze. But you know, if you guys have the bundles, then you have access to 4 millimeter fire polish in several colors that coordinate with this set. And the first row would be just the cabochons and the 4 millimeters, and then another pass would be the 15s would go in and out of the 4 millimeters, and there's 7 on each cabochon. And then the last pass would be going through your 15s, and there's an 11, 8, and 11 outside of the 4 millimeters. That's where you're skipping those.
That's so pretty. That's very elegant.
Yeah, it feels a little fancy, so I'm trying to decide, like, I was thinking necklace originally, but it might be a nice component, like, V shape either side of a necklace with, like, some kind of focal. I don't know. It's it
Oh, okay.
I could also see just doing, like, a bracelet just all the way along with this design, but I kind of feel like it could work into something else, or, like, it could be a section of an earring if you did a short piece of it and then did, like, one of those drops dangling off or something too.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But my camera is definitely sad, so I'm gonna put yours back on the screen, Danielle.
Well, your camera's great. Your
Ugh,
camera's great.
the phone, it just felt dark. I don't know.
It was
Little
later for you.
funky.
I still have sunlight. You
Yeah,
have
it is dark outside. Although, like, where I'm working for videos like this, it really is not like we have soffits all along our house that are really deep, and so like it blocks the light from coming in very well.
which is good when it's hot, right?
Yes, I think that probably is a good thing there.
Oh, I see Sandy's question is how would I clasp it? Oh, I think I would just make a pretty loop. Like for example, if this one was my last one, actually, I'll make this side my last side because it's only got one to go. I got more thread on that side. I would go from here, see with these two, and I'll just make a really pretty 11-0 loop and go through if you have a closed jump ring, oh, sorry, loudness.
Oh, you're fine. No, it didn't come across very loud on the video at all.
I'm gonna organize my findings. Becky's gonna teach me how to organize them. I have this box of findings in a big pile.
The problem with organizing things, findings or otherwise, is that I will like be using things and then leave them in piles, and then you guys get the picture.
Yeah. I think it's like if it was something I could get into and out of easily, then I'm more likely to clean it up.
Yes. That does seem fair.
I just don't really feel like cleaning something that is.
Aw, Jody says this is so inspiring. I love it so much.
Oh, thanks, Jody.
I agree, Jody.
It's a fun one. It's really, I feel like it's the colors that make it though, that it just feels like a little lemon vine. Lemons don't grow on vines, I know, but do in my world.
Well, like in jewelry and such, I know what you're saying. Like a little row of lemons.
I invent plants for my jewelry. I do think lemons on a vine would be cute though.
Yes. And like the leaves like popping off every so often. Oh my gosh. I have so many regrets. I think we sold them all was the problem. It wasn't that I didn't like get more. I couldn't get any more. I'm hoping to get some this fall while we're in the Czech Republic, but one of my vendors has the most gorgeous lemons and limes, and they look so perfect, and I wish I had them for this summer, but I don't have any more.
Oh.
Ooh, Linda, I love a good spreadsheet. That makes my like heart pitter patter.
I do love a good Excel too. Like my former life, that's what I did a lot of, and now.
See, I knew we were kindred spirits.
The problem with me now is like I can't be on the computer for as long. Like I remember back in the day, I could do computer for a while. Now I'm like I need to get up. I need to get up and walk around.
I think you posted a picture of your desk setup or something, and you had one of those chairs that like has the little spot for your knees. Is that right?
Yes, I do. It's one of those little like relax the back chairs.
I have some lower back pain and things that I was like, I wonder if that would help me.
It really helps me, definitely. Oh, I like that. That is cool. So
yeah, so much fun, guys.
Do we like?
We love. Yeah, I don't mind the addition of the stuff on the outside. I was worried that it would like take away from all the fun things you'd already done, but it looks fantastic.
The only problem with it is thread pathwise. You're going to be doing a lot of, but I can save myself from that if we do a little jumpy do.
A little jumpy do.
Let's see here. Oh, that's going to work. Okay. A little 15 in there. 15s are they're where it's at.
Yeah, if you need to fill in a spot, a 15 is your best friend. They can fit in anywhere.
Oh yeah, hey, that's gonna work. So now, because I just don't think anyone would be interested in weaving around it to the excess that would be required to do this any other way. One of the things that I find a deterrent in a pattern is here's how to make this one little component. Now make 25 of them.
I agree. I have always felt strongly about creating what I call continuous thread paths versus individual components that have to be connected. And sometimes it's unavoidable. That is like, just part of beading, but I think there's times when it's avoidable and people just don't bother to do the continuous version. So that's where like a couple extra steps in the design process are super helpful.
They can't hurt. Yeah. And I'm more likely to actually make more than one.
Yes, if I'm
Yeah.
not making like, yeah, dozens of individual things.
I think a big percentage, probably all, of the things in my unfinished bead pile, like I have a whole UFO pile over there, all stuff like that. It's all stuff where it was like, hey, rinse and repeat 40 million times. And I got to like 791, and I'm like, that's it. I just can't anymore. Forgot my 15 there. Not stuck on this, just seeing it. We'll do one side embellished and one side not. We can.
Oh, have like a vote.
Yeah. Oh, that one is trying to get away. There we go.
I'm over here trying to squeeze through my beads because I, like have gone through some things extra times since I was kind of seeing where it was going before I committed to the design. So, woo, and my thread is like all sorts of crazy. It's like knotting up on itself.
Mine's really short. And I started with a wingspan. I can use a wingspan of thread in half of a live.
Yeah, I was only using a wingspan here too, so I'm not sure what happened. I feel like if it's shorter like that, it should be okay, but
And I think if I wasn't using 15s, I would do the glue my fireline trick, but
yeah. Yeah, if you have a knot, sometimes it can fit through your beads no problem, but the 15s it can catch sometimes.
I might make it to the end though.
Because I've definitely been that girl that got a knot in her thread and just kept weaving as long as I could get away with it.
Me too. I've got some spacing stuff to figure out, but yeah, it's kind of. Let's move that. There we go.
Oh, it's both sides look good, but I think I personally do like the side that you filled in.
You like the filled in side? Okay.
I know I was singing a different tune earlier, but
I was too. But I changed my mind. So I think
it was a really good pattern to fill in with.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
It
It's
is.
gonna go with those 15s in between though, I would say.
Yeah, that 15 color is nice and like because of the luster finish, it's got lots of glitter to it.
Yeah, and it doesn't take over the look because it's so small.
Exactly. And the transparency too helps with that, I think. If it was a super bright color and it was opaque, I think it would have a different effect.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, this is the cutest thing ever. I didn't even get to the herringbone one.
That's okay. You got like taken over by this guy in a good way.
Yeah. Decided this was the one that was going to be made tonight. It's so cute. Little lemon squeezy there.
Lemon squeezy.
Yeah, I got the counts right at that last one right there. There's errors elsewhere, but actually. Okay. I know what to do for the next one. I won't take this one apart till I have the next one going, but I know that a couple of things. So the connection here is a little too, something needs to happen where these are connecting. See, because they do that. Oh, that only might only be because of the 11 O's. Okay, so because I was wondering why that one was overlapping. I thought I had to space it.
Yeah, because the other ones aren't.
Yeah. This one a little, but if I did something different there. But the other thing I could do is I could make a ladder stitch around, which might change the look a bit.
Just like loop the two holes together a little.
Yeah, this is one of those I'm sure you used to submit stuff to like Beadwork magazine. This is part of step like day 1 of that, and then day 25, you finally have it.
Well, and the other tricky part about things like that is that the minute somebody changes the bead brand, or even some colors within a certain brand can change like just a little bit of the spacing on something. And so then it just like
Then
can,
it doesn't work anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing to worry about when you're designing for, because the amount of effort I would put into writing a pattern like this.
Right, would be like enough that it would be really frustrating to run into things like that.
I feel safe doing it for checkmate tiles. The checkmates, these guys. I feel like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're true to size no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's in a project like this, it would just be the seed beads that would be a variable.
Oh,
But I mean, I know, for instance, the size 8s that are in here are a Durcoat Mayuki. So those are very consistent.
yeah.
The 15s too, I'm pretty sure. Miyuki. Yeah, both of those 8s. I got crazy with the 8s in this combo. Like usually I'll put 1 or 2 like more fancy beads into the mix, and people are just getting a really good deal when they subscribe. And those are like the Picasso finish and then the Duracoat finish on the 8s and this bundle. So
I pounced
super
on
fancy.
I picked those right up. I'm like, ooh, yep. And I'll be
Fancy
using
in a good way.
that.
Yeah, so those beads will all like take it easy on you. I bet like some of the inconsistency you were running into with the 11s is partially just that brand, because those are like a Toho or a Matsuno, which just like the further you get from Mayuki, the Tohos like can be uneven and the Matsuno are like pretty crazy. But sometimes the colors are just so good, it's hard to not utilize them.
Yeah, and I think, well, in this case, it was just the 11 was the wrong size to put in that spot.
Uh-huh.
I really think the 15s was the winner. So if I just replace that one little element, then yeah. So
Yeah.
we just look at it from here.
15's kind of suck it in a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw, well, that's super cute, Danielle. I really appreciate you sharing your ideas with us tonight. And for my little component piece, whatever this is gonna end up being, I'll post in Beads in Progress. And for anyone who is not familiar with our Facebook group, it's exactly how it's on the screen right now. And you can just do it's there so people can share. So like
Oh,
you
nice.
are just able to like share what you're working on with our beads, our collections, projects that we've taught or shared. So like things that Danielle's shared with you used in our products. And it's just a nice place to kind of like interact about, what we've got going on. People will post questions like, oh, hey, I am trying to decide on this like color or this, whatever. And it's just a fun place. Or like after we do videos like this, then it's a place that we can follow up with you. So like I'll post my project and just give the details of it, because I don't think it's going to need a full tutorial or anything. It's a real easy, quick thing. But
I'd like to make the one that you held up. That was really
aw, thank you. I'm totally obsessed with what you've been working on, and I really feel like the idea you got going with the tiles and the triangles lined up. I did a necklace design years ago, so it was maybe like that wide or like one set of beads narrower.
Oh,
And there was like a stack of them on each side of like it kind of hit at the collarbone. And then there were strands of beads coming off of the bottom of it out of like where the holes of the beads naturally fell.
oh, pretty.
And it was like brick stitch
Oh, I love
based
that.
in the little sections there. But I really need to like redesign that. The collections would be a great way to make a design like that actually, because you guys could use your seed beads to do the strands and a little bit of the stitching, and then the back is always easy with like a piece of chain or something.
That sounds neat. I want to see that. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm like, really, like I just love the like way that your colors are looking so much on this little strip that's kind of what makes me want to make that idea again. And it would totally work with the herringbone too. Brick stitch wouldn't be the only option.
Would you see this like that going around, or do you think it'd be cuter just like maybe with another layer?
I kind of was thinking that, well, you could do another layer, Danielle, but I kind of like even like an asymmetrical look.
Yeah.
With like, if you just did the one row of the tiles, one row of the triangles, you could put some seed beads on the other side of the triangles, or just like add another layer of seed beads to the seed bead side. But I think that'd make a really cute, like long wise like that bracelet.
I think it would too. Yeah. So you're thinking just keep making new rows.
Yeah, yeah. Like don't even try to mirror image, the other side necessarily.
So herringbone is one of my favorite things to do, and this would
fulfill that need.
it would. And I think I might just go all the way through just to make it tighter, but I bet you wouldn't have to do that eventually. You could just literally just do the herringbone stitch.
Well, and what you are doing right now would absolutely be a suggestion I would make to someone else to just make sure that their 2-hole beads weren't going to accidentally slice their thread somewhere by having like that extra reinforcement.
Yes. Good point. Yeah.
But that's looking so cute.
This is the kind of stuff I love doing.
It flows so naturally for you too.
It does. Like, so I mean, I enjoy more things like that too, but this is like meditative.
Ooh, Linda said that would make a gorgeous headband cover.
Oh, it would, huh? Yeah. That would be cute too. I'll get to the end of this row. Let's see what I think next. And then for stepping up, for step ups, you could do some 15s around it, or you could just let your thread show, or you could do do you ever do the turns like this where you go up through for herringbone?
Oh, you're off camera, but I know what you're going to say. Yeah. So you skip over the side and then go back through at the end. Yep. That's actually how I was taught herringbone originally. And then like maybe even years later found out you could just like pop beads along the edge. And I was like, what? So much easier sometimes. But yeah, this is a nice clean look for when you don't want extra beads along the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, Danielle, this is the first time I'm seeing this collection like in use. I have not done anything with these beads. I shipped them out last week, I think. Everything's blurring together. Yeah, last week, and I haven't like seen them all like put together like this. It's so exciting for me.
Oh wow! I'm so. This is what I mean. You make a lot of beautils, but this is my favorite. I just made up a word. Beautils, beautifuls.
I was like, beautils, bead bundles,
beautiful bead bundles. Beautils for sure. Yours are my favorite. Like,
oh, you're so
bundles out there, but this one is my favorite of yours.
Thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
It's cute.
Yeah, it really, what's crazy about it was while I was trying to pick out the beads for this second quarter of this year, our family had a lot going on that was just like really heavy and sad. And I was just like putting off making my decisions about the collections because I just didn't, like feel it. And then I came up with that April showers brings May flowers, like kind of prompt for myself. And I won't give away the June prompt yet, but it all just like flowed once I gave myself those prompts, and I was so happy with the selection. So it really means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, no, you did great on this.
Well, you're making I am so excited about this. I don't know if I'll do a full bracelet or if I'll do like those sections for the necklace I was talking about, but I'm gonna have to do some copying in this general.
Yeah, and like you said, even an earring would work. Like if you just made a tile, like maybe this tall.
Yeah.
And then drop one of your beautiful focals at the bottom. Maybe one of the Humble Beads focals would be cool, like a bright color.
Yeah.
And a wire
You could
guardian.
also do like a short fringe off of something like this with I've got some small faceted drops that would like go so well with they've got like a opal turquoisey sort of watery look.
Yeah.
I think they would kind of tie in the lentils in this combo. We're losing people left and right. We're keeping you guys up too late. I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry, guys.
people keep commenting. They're like, okay, I gotta go to bed.
Oh, good night, you guys. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just cracking up like, oh man, we just started geeking out about all the stuff we could do with the beads, and everybody's like, oh.
I come alive at night. I'm a night owl, so I'm just getting started. For me, it's only 6 right now. So like I'm
you're
like
fully on the West Coast. I bet the people that we're losing are on the East Coast.
East Coast, it's 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah. It is 9:06. Well, we'll let you guys go to bed, but Danielle and I will try to make sure and share our creations in various places with you all. I know I will make sure and post in Beads in Progress, but it might be a couple of days for me. I've got some orders to get out to all my friends that shopped with us the last few days for the event with Heather and I. So it might take me a minute to play around more with this set, but now I'm so excited about it again. Like I love the bead colors, but
it's pretty.
Danielle makes it all like shiny and new for me.
Well, thanks.
Oh, Linda says it's only 9 p.m. The night is young.
Yeah, Linda, I'm with you. 9 p.m. So that's when I get to actually freedom to get going, right? Like people might actually, if I'm lucky, be going to sleep. And
that's amazing. All right, I'm gonna make my face really big apparently there.
Oh yeah, all the little designs are centered in there. Cute.
Yeah.
I can see this as an earring. I can see that. Just fringe off the bottom of this. Yes.
Well, I was honestly shocked when you did not suggest fringe, just because that's like both of our go-to is like add some fringe. There you go.
Add some fringe to it. I know. We'll see.
Listen to Ellen. Ellen is going to Prague with me in October, and she's going to get to go look at the beads in person and shop. I'm so excited. There's way more fun besides just the beads, but the beads are obviously going to be a huge part of our excitement. So, well, Danielle, thank you so much. This is like always a pleasure, but these are extra spectacular looking. So I appreciate your creativity and spending so much time with us.
Oh, thank you. I had so much fun.
You guys have a great night out there. I will drop the link one more time so it's at the end of the video here for anyone who does not subscribe and is looking for some of these particular beads. I've got the list of beads added in ascending order. I think it would be descending order. The newest beads are at the top of the website page that I just linked. So whatever that means. Yeah, you'll be able to find lots of these fun colors. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for joining us, Valerie and Linda. We will see you guys soon. Do you have anything coming up that you want to be able to share with everybody before we head off, Danielle? You got your next visit?
Yeah, tomorrow night, Becky's coming on to help me organize findings.
Oh, it's like a video. I'll have to try to tune into that. That would be fun.
And I don't know what she's going to share yet. So I'm just going to show up ready to take notes and like with a box of findings.
Come with your bin full of findings that's like piled high. Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun. Maybe I'll sit and organize some of my findings and like listen.
Yeah, join us. We're all going to post pictures of our organization after.
That sounds amazing. What a great video. Well, you guys make sure and give Danielle a follow and subscribe on all the social media and other channels. And we'll see you guys again soon, I am sure. Thank you so much.
Have a great night, guys.
Bye.